With you, okay. Is it wrong to consult a spiritualist?
My brother, when you were reading the news, I was keenly listening to how the debunk came around. I don't know, in Nigerian system of religion, I think we have different types of religion, and we have different types of different ways of asking for God's intervention in our daily problem. So I don't know why the governor or whoever that is debunking the rumor of governor seeking spiritual solution. After all, I listened the other day when I think even in the broadcast of Mr. President yesterday, he was clearly asking Nigerians to pray, to go spiritual for the way forward in our security problem, to combat insecurity. So I don't know how governor went about debunking the rumor of maybe you ask for different types of religion to pray for the successful conduct of election in Anambra State, or even seeking the spiritual power or
from a native doctor, not just a spiritual power.
The question is, a native, what do you mean by native doctor? Is it a traditional religious leader?
The person that was seen in the video was a traditional practitioner.
A traditional religious worshipper, I think.
Yes.
Let's put the record straight.
Is it wrong for the governor to have seeked?
It is never wrong.
Okay.
It has been never a bad thing for the governor or whoever, even I myself or anybody. Okay, so it is wrong to go and meet a priest to pray for me.
If you are a Christian, you meet a Christian pastor. If you are a traditionalist, you meet a native doctor. Soludo is known to be a Catholic, so he should be meeting a Reverend Father.
Very good and fine. Jesus Christ during his mission on earth, biblically now. Let's go there. If during the time the Israelis were being swallowed by the scorpions and the snakes in the journey of their liberation from the hands of the Egyptian, there was an attack from the devil, and all of us know that Satan or snake is part of devil, and Moses or whoever was holding the rod, and God told him, look, what you will do is, let me change the other way. I will use a snake, which is part of Satan's instrument, to liberate your people. Now Jesus Christ decided to order the leader of the Israelis then, please, what you will do is, that rod you are holding, whenever there is a snake, touch that rod will turn into another snake, and when that snake bites any of yours, the person will be free. So I don't know how all of us are misrepresenting or misinterpreting some religious activities. It is when you become an evil man. Let's call an evil man an evil man. An evil man can come from a Catholic, he can come from Anglican, he can come from any religions. And an evil man can come from a traditionalist. It can come from anywhere. So, but when you talk about somebody dressed in his own religious attire, praying, or which I know, that what he was saying there was not an evil, because if the governor I know cannot stand and listen to an evil prayer.
All right, so let me comment there for the want of time.
Go ahead.
So you are saying that even if Governor Soludo consulted a native doctor, it's not wrong?
It is never wrong.
Okay, sir. Asawoke John, have you consulted a native doctor before?
Well, if a situation warrants me to use the biblical reaction of Jesus Christ during the liberation of the Egyptians, I don't think I made a mistake. Even God himself will say, this man is a wise man.
Are you a Catholic or an Anglican?
I'm a Catholic.
Have you been to a native doctor's house for any consultations whatsoever?
That is why I said if it warrants...
So you're not answering the question.
No, if it warrants a pressing pressure...
Has it ever warranted a pressing pressure for you?
I have never had such problem.
Okay, so you've never been to a native doctor?
I have never been, because I've never had such problem that warrant me to attract them.
Okay, so you have not consulted a native doctor before?
I have never. But if it warrants me, if a situation comes like the governor is seeking from... I don't know what might have aid or what I might have pushed him, maybe because of insecurity, many things are going on, and the president himself is even gradually drawing the attention of anybody that can
if you are under serious pressure, you consult.
If the situation warrants me, that is the only option to save myself, to pray, not to do evil. I will call that native doctor.
Thank you very much, Comrade Awoke John, for your thought made clear. He said he had never been to a native doctor's house. We'll fix that one. But then I have a legal practitioner, Barrister Babi. Our governor, even though the rumor was debunked, But then, even if he consulted a native doctor, the same people, people were saying the same native doctors that he is coming after, he's consulting, even though Christian Aburumi had cleared the air. But what do you make of that? Is it right, just as Awoke said, that at any point as a Catholic, he should lose faith in his Catholic faith and go traditional? You are a Pentecostal, I suppose, okay, to be specific, Assemblies of God. So is it also in your doctrine that in times of difficulty, you seek for help elsewhere? Barry Sobari.
Thank you, Prince Stephen, once again for this question. A practicing Christian, whether in Catholic, Anglican, or Pentecostal, does not consult a medium. God himself frowned at it.
Okay.
When Saul consulted a medium, God got angry. And that was one of the major reasons why God allowed Satan to dethrone Saul. And he found a man after his heart in the person of David. So God in the scripture does not permit his adherents, his own chosen generation, to consult a medium. Because consultation of a medium is invocation of spirits that are other than Holy Spirit. There are other bodies existent in the celestial realm that are not ordained by God himself. And these take loyalty to the Satan that my friend here mentioned. So God does not permit it. Now, having said that, the governor of Anambra State, Professor C.C. Soludo, has no reason whatsoever to consult a medium. For God's sake, we are in Anambra State.
And
we have seen the massive infrastructural development that is being embarked upon by the state government. And we have seen the relationship between the state government and the workforce, the civil service, even the contractors. And everybody is pouring encomiums on the governor that he is doing well. So if there is anybody that the governor should consult, it is the people that are happy with him. He has no reason to consult a medium, whether spiritualist, whether native doctor, even prophets, because the governor has delivered and we are proud of his achievements.
We have a working governor in Abia State who had never entered the government house since inauguration. Governor Oti had been working from his personal house in Omahia and he had not entered. His special advisor, his chief press secretary, Uwaja, while addressing newsmen, Uwaja Uko Uwaja, he insisted that after inauguration, it was leaked to them that after Oti was declared the winner after 2023 March governorship election, just few days after he was declared, the previous administration and some of their cohorts buried live snakes, live tortoises, live cows, and so many things in the government house, waiting for him to come in. So, and they got that, that intel, and the governor, because the people of Fabia have been kicking, Oti should walk from the government house, and he came out to tell them that lots of evils were done there after the declaration of Oti. So for him to be safe, he's working from home. And as a matter of fact, Oti has resorted, because the government house in Abia State was recently built by Azo before he left. But now Oti has resorted to the old abandoned government house and started renovating it. So he will pack in there. The new government house is now rotting away, weeds everywhere. So even though he's working, it's not enough for him not to seek a spiritual protection. If Oti, everybody knows he's working, has not crossed the gate of government house over 2 years of inauguration, and he's going elsewhere, do you think that the good works, according to you, of Soludo is enough for him not to go spiritual, for at least for protections?
A good Catholic, which Professor C.C. Soludo, with due respect, is professing by virtue of the doctrine of the Catholic Church, which is the same thing with the doctrine of Christendom. I have said it. Christians don't consult medium. Catholics do not consult medium. Practicing Catholics.
Oti is a Christian. What should he do?
Oti, as a Christian, does not need to consult a medium. What he needs to do is to build up his faith. The Bible said, we war not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. Running away from the government house may not immune him from attacks, whether he's operating from his house
or from government
or
house.
from old government house, or even whether he is going to the village. What is important is to fortify himself with enough faith in the God whom he professes. When he has enough faith, it is that faith that will neutralize the operation of the spiritual forces, if there is any. So we want to commend him for having continued to do very well. Wherever he operates from is immaterial as far as I'm concerned.
Talking about this spiritual fortification, even though a lot of people will be asking, oh, Kakaine Okuzi, but it's linked to politics. We remember that the wife of the governor of Akwa Ibom died. That was September last year.
Yes.
And she's said to be a deeper life sister. And the daughter just came out to start making an allegation that their father, the governor, killed the mother. Killed the mother. That she said, my mother was for sacrifice, but I'm not. And she was in a video call challenging the father that he cannot kill her the way she killed the mother. It went round during the weekend. So, and the governor had not expressly addressed or denied that.
Or denied.
What he only said was that my family is intact. That was his only response. He was seeing the lady, Mrs. Eket, was the daughter's, or is the daughter's name. She came out to say that the mother was used for sacrifice by the father. And the video is everywhere. The father had not come out to say she's not okay, she's not, maybe she's mentally challenged. When he was confronted by newsmen, he said, my family is intact. That was the response she gave. So, a Christian wife of a governor, according to the daughter now,
is it not a pastor?
according to
It's a pastor for crying out
according
loud.
to the daughter, with all the prayer life of the mother,
including that of the father, who has been preaching to people,
was used against her. If the story of the daughter is anything to go by, it has not been debunked by the family. So, and I want to cite this. You link it to this Akwa Ibom story. Akwa Tiwaraku, who is in custody, and Ekehit, they made it clear that if Christians stop coming to native doctors will go hungry. That 90% of the people they do whatever for are all title holders in different
churches.
Christendom. That if Christians stop coming to their houses, they will go and open shop in main market.
Prince Afam, there is difference between Barisokpabi Stephen, bearing Stephen, and Stephen as a practicing Christian.
Okay. Stephen and
now listen to me. Now listen to, let's put it straight.
Yes.
That you are bearing a Christian name does not make you a Christian.
But they go to church.
The Bible said, by their fruits you should know them. It is those that copy Christ that are Christians. If you are professing Christianity and you do not copy Christ, your Christianity is a vanity, as far as we are concerned. So it will not be a surprise if a saint was caught mesmerizing himself. It will not be a surprise. It will not be a surprise if a bishop entered hellfire, a presbyter entered hellfire. It will not be a surprise. Hellfire will be incomplete if people that we feared on earth did not make hellfire. What is important is for you to be truly born again. Accept Jesus and allow the Spirit of Jesus to be driving you. For the days are evil. So that a Christian patronized Akwatiwara or Kokotiwara, whatever you nomenclature, is immaterial to me. What is important is that I have to equip myself, knowing that this is end time. Satan has woken up with all his arsenals to make sure that people that are heavenly minded are dragged down and made to languish in eternal damnation with him.
Are you saying that Awoke John is wrong to have encouraged the governor to visit a native doctor?
Awoke John is entitled to his personal opinion.
And your opinion
and
is
the
different.
Constitution of Nigeria has guaranteed that expression to him. So I will not deprive him. What I have said is that the evidence is everywhere that the governor is doing very well. He has no need. And I believe him that he did not consult any native doctor. It was the content creators that he invited, that mischief makers now wanted to, because they knew that the governor, look at, Mr. President said, I will support Soludo. And when he came to his party as a party leader, he now told Nicholas Ukachukwu, go and get Anambra. Why not say I will support Nicholas Ukachukwu? He said, go and get Anambra for me. But when he went to Soludo, he said, I will support you. The governor is doing very well.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Okay, John is smiling and attempting to laugh, but then that issue of fake heat and do you have any contribution before we move to the next item?
Before I throw up my contribution, let me first and foremost make it clear that number one, yes, obviously the governor is doing well, and number two, everybody is supporting him. Number three, all of us are not fully convinced that the governor has visited any native doctor, but I said even if it's not wrong in the sense that speaking or seeking for spiritual solution to solve Anambra political problem or whatever problem, it's not a bad thing. But consulting an evil oracle against the wish of the Anambra is what all of us are criticizing. That is gone. Then secondly, in the biblical faith, all of us should understand that, yes, the end time is here. And everybody, most of those Christians you see, they do patronize those native doctors. Actually, that statement was clear.
Of Ekehit and
and I want to correct one impression, Prince Afam. Let it be clear here that I, Comrade Dawoke John, is standing here even to stand anywhere to say that Governor Soludo is not pursuing native doctors. He's pursuing evil people using the name of native doctors to truncate the will of Anambra, to commit so many crimes. Okay. That is what the governor is after. And it's being led by such powerful personnel like Ike Nofo, the majority leader, and the Prince Ken Emakai, which I know all of them have in the struggle against eliminating the criminalities that are hiding under the guise of native doctors.
Thank you very much. You are saying by implication that a majority of the Christians visit native doctors.
If they wish, some of them they are there, but if they wish, if that is what
but you are saying that Awoke John had never visited a native doctor.
Of course, I have never visited because I've never had any problem that would drag me to there.
Well, my
problem is being taken care by the spiritual, my God, which is Jesus Christ, which I know He has been attending to my problem.
Okay.
So I have never had any problem that would drag me to there.
Thank you very much.